Welcome into Mountain Ridge High School for KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week, as we've got an undefeated matchup for you, the Cedar Valley Aviators, ready to take on the Mountain Ridge Sentinels. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Please be joined by Kyle Garrison. Kyle, two teams, 5-0 in the early part of the season, really looking for that statement win here tonight.
Yeah, both teams coming in 5-0 have matched their win totals from the season prior. Each team with 4 wins last season. And I'm just excited how both teams face off and both teams match up. Obviously, JT Rigby been a key piece of this Mountain Ridge offense all year long. 24 goals, 8 assists, just been unbelievable. And on the other side for Cedar Valley, you got guys like Jake Huffaker and Bridger Dastrup who have really stepped up in a big way. And I expect those three players to be key pieces in today's game.
Two rosters that I think are at very similar situations. You talk about coming off rough years last year, hot starts. We've got two great goaltenders going head-to-head for Mountain Ridge. Between the pipes, it'll be the Warden, Matthew Whitwer. He's got a .710 save percentage on the season. Meanwhile, for Cedar Valley, it's going to be the junior Grady Gunter. He's at .671. So both these two goalies been really strong to start the season. They'll have to have great performances against teams that have scored early and often here, as this opening possession by Cedar Valley just trickling through.
Pass goes wide right from the crease.
And yeah, you mentioned Whitwer with the .710 save percentage, just unbelievable so far in the net this year. And you see right there, Cedar Valley able to find the back of the net right off the rip. Great start for.
Yeah, Jake Huffaker with the goal, his 22nd of the year. And I mean, as we get into these two offenses, obviously, Jake had 21 coming in. Bridger Dastrup has 20 goals. You talked about him. That's been a great duo, and be interesting to see how Mountain Ridge tried to slow them down on that opening possession. It is the Aviators that are able to capture that first goal, 1-0.
Yeah, Huffaker and Dastrup have combined for 41 of the 68 Aviator goals on the year, and they're just an unbelievable duo right now. 17 assists on the year for Dastrup, playing facilitator as well. It's been a thing of beauty to watch so far.
Anderson winning this face-off for Mountain Ridge, so we'll see the first offensive possession for the Sentinels. Leading goal scorer is JT Rigby. This is a young man, a junior, very athletic family. He's got 24 goals on the year, 11 assists. Everything works through number 22 for Mountain Ridge. That pass can't be possessed, and the Sentinels will turn it over here.
Yeah, great start so far for Cedar Valley. Getting the quick goal to start it off on a great goalie, and then forcing a turnover from a team that has taken care of the ball all year long.
Do want to remind you, the clock you see on your screen, unofficial. At times we start it early, stop it late, that sort of a thing, as we try to keep it true with the official clock here in the stadium. As this is Butters having to deal with the physicality of Mountain Ridge, but able to bring it ahead. Oh, nice stick check there as Butter was teeing up that shot, and it was Riemann with the stick check.
Yeah, and Riemann kind of coming out of nowhere, getting the stick check, stopping the fast break. Going to give Mountain Ridge another offensive possession here after the turnover on their last possession.
Boy, this sun is setting. You can see already a couple times here early, Kyle, where that's playing a little bit with the eyes of the Sentinels here.
Yeah, the sun's kind of getting in their eyes and forcing some errant passes, but I expect as the night goes on, they're going to adjust a little bit and figure out how to play a little bit less
There's
sloppy.
a wind-up Rigby with the answer. We talked about the leading goal scorers. That was a beauty.
Unbelievable rib from Rigby. You got to stay in front of him. Cedar Valley not able to do that, and he nets his 25th goal of the year to lead the team. Just an unbelievable player.
He is quite efficient. 387 save percent, or shot percentage. My apologies. That's going to go up after that one, but man, you just see that rib. Doesn't need a whole lot of space, and able to throw it on cage and able to beat Gunter for the first time tonight.
Yeah, we talk about his scoring, but the passing has been on full display this year too, getting his teammates involved with 11 assists, and I'm sure that's going to be a factor today as Cedar Valley starts to kind of key in on his offensive production.
And we talk about strength on strength. Both these two teams have been really strong on the face-offs this year as well. We'll get into those numbers in just a bit, but strong goalies, strong face-off guys, and strong offenses is why we're here.
Exactly. Game of the week for a reason.
That's right. Mountain Ridge setting up this possession as Pineda's come on. The senior midfielder will play to JT. Rigby here trying to get around Butters. little build up. Trying to get around Millward there. Well, Cedar Valley has a couple long pole defenders anchoring this defense.
Yeah, you can see the size that Cedar Valley has.
Yeah.
They're sliding really well early on in this game, and it's going to be a fun matchup to watch these Mountain Ridge attack kind of navigate that Cedar Valley defense.
Cerise got around the first edge, trying to drop that inside, and that taken away. Heady play there by Gunter.
That's intercepted by the Aviators goal.
Yeah, like you said, that's just such a great play. That's such a heads-up play. Ball trying to get to the middle from the Mountain Ridge offense, and Gunter able to intercept it and get Cedar Valley going on the fast break.
So Caleb Davis had that leap out of the pocket, able to regather it. He's having to deal with Brody Gardner back there. Davis a near shot and scores.
Shot and goal by the Aviators.
And Caleb Davis finding a way to get that one through. I mean, number 16 from Mountain Ridge, Logan Kemp was all over his hands, but just a great job by Davis to find a gap for the Cedar Valley's second goal of the day, taking the lead 2-1.
When you look at Davis, he's not the biggest attacker, but you got to love the way that he attacked the crease there. You give him that positioning that close, it's going to be hard for any goalie to try to keep that out. And
Here we go, Arden.
great job by Davis, able to get that near the cage. Really battling for this face-off. Cedar Valley coming away with it thanks to Dastrup.
Yeah, and Dastrup, we talked about his passing and his scoring, but his face-off percentage wins have been unbelievable this year, and that's just another added piece to his game that makes him such an effective player.
He's definitely not a Fogo, right? It's get the ball, go down and score.
Exactly.
By the Warden, Matthew Whitworth.
Whitwer with the save, and Mountain Ridge able to possess.
And when you're able to have a guy who can play that face-off and also be a facilitator and a scorer, I mean, that's just exactly what a coach loves to see.
Yep.
And I'm sure Cedar Valley is just happy to have him playing all three positions and just been unbelievable this year.
This one kind of trading back and forth. Archibald trying to possess it. That's right on the line. It is gathered here by the Sentinels. Here comes Anderson. Trying to stay with it here for Mountain Ridge, but Cedar Valley, Caden Millward coming in to gain it. Well, a couple good stick checks here early.
Yeah, a couple times the offense has just been kind of lackadaisical, and some defenders have been able to come from behind and get some stick checks, and right there Rigby was able to do it, but Cedar Valley is able to get back on the possession and get back on offense.
Here's Dastrup as the offense coming on with Wilson. Tyrell, a senior, has a couple goals in the early part of the year here for the Aviators. He'll switch lefty, and that just wide is backed up here.
Just wide, backed up by the Aviators.
I like the idea. I like the aggression by some other key pieces of this Cedar Valley offense trying to get involved, and right there you saw Wilson.
Look out, little wraparound is wide as a flag coming in on the play. Cedar Valley could not gather it, and we will have our first call of the game. It will be the Sentinels going man down.
Yeah, and you see Caleb Davis right there just trying to be aggressive and trying to make a play happen, and doesn't get the goal but forces the penalty, and it's going to be a man-up situation that I'm sure they're just happy to have, and head coach Eric McHenry has to just be happy with the aggression. And
playing man down. Let's help them out. Let's give them some noise. Here we go. Cheer them on.
So it will be extra man here for Cedar Valley with a 2-1 lead. 6 to go here in our opening quarter. Angle shot there, rings off the post.
Shot hits the pipe. Backed up by the Aviators.
It'll be Davis starting it. Dastrup, he'll take a shot. That's right into the chest protector and saved by Whitwer.
Right to the chest.
Have you ever stood between the pipes, Kyle?
I have never stood between the pipes.
I did that last year, actually. It was a do anything for content moment. That thing That gets on you quickly. That's a nice save there by Whitwer, standing in and taking it. And
Yeah.
that chest pad is not nearly as thick as it should be. I'll advocate for that.
No.
Mountain Ridge with the possession, a chance here to kill off the remainder of this man down situation. Cerise working to Rigby.
Now, a couple of long shots from Cedar Valley on that man-up situation that Mountain Ridge was able to capitalize on. They're back on offense, and like you said, they can kill the clock here, get back to man-up.
Rigby quickly on the shot, and that ringed off the helmet. That's why you wear it right there.
Shot blocked by number 33.
Rigby operating from the restraining line, also operating from behind that X. Do-it-all player. Can get it done from just about anywhere on the field.
Oh, set right in front. That bounce shot fended off there by Gunter.
Backed up by the
And
Aviators.
Cedar Valley able to win it. Good look there for Mountain Ridge.
Yeah, Buck Melter able to get from behind the crease and find an open spot, but Cedar Valley, again, just defensively, long arms, long sticks, and
Pearson feeding in front. Boy, and did
Beautiful save by the Warden.
that one get through? Warden got a piece of that. Wow.
yeah, that was another great save. And the PA announcer, they call him the Warden here. I love that nickname. That's
I do
great.
too.
That is awesome.
He told me that nickname. I'm like, that is maybe the best nickname I've heard this year so far. It's gathered here by Pierce. Caden coming up that far line, and oh, did he go out? Yeah.
Kate Pierce just steps out of bounds.
So back to Cedar Valley.
Yeah, defensively, both teams are pretty locked in so far today. It's been a thing of beauty to watch. Both goalies
Yeah.
playing exceptionally well. A couple of saves each, and we talked about in the open, they've both been incredible all year long, and I expect that to continue the rest of this game.
Yeah, it's been a Cedar Valley team that feels like it's been getting stronger with each game. Their closest game was that first one of the year, and since then they've continued to kind of grow that margin game after game. It's been an impressive start. It's coming right down that right alley. That is wide and backed up
Shot
here.
goes right to the post.
Yeah, in the last two games, combined 29 goals to just 5 allowed to Timpanogos and Provo.
Is that good?
That it seems pretty good to me. I'm not going to lie. But that just speaks volume to the improvement that they've had from last year to this year. It's been pretty remarkable.
Huffaker works in front, and that is
Another
fended off
wonderful foot save by Whitwer.
into the corner. Boy, I think that was won by
I believe that's
Mountain
5
Ridge. That's a
goals
heck of a
saved
chase
by
there
our
by
goalie.
Cerise.
Yeah, and that's just the type of effort that a coach loves to see, and that's how you win ball games, especially in a tightly contested matchup like this has been so far.
Cedar Valley's got great opportunities. The Warden's done a nice job to be even to the task. Speaking of, it's Mountain Ridge on the other end, as it is Cerise with the goal, his first of the game, and we're tied at 2.
Yeah, Kanan Cerise just getting a little bit of room, takes advantage. Beautiful shot, beautiful goal, tying this one up at 2 apiece. Offenses are going to have to come up with some firepower today, with just how great these goalies have been.
And give a lot of credit, because remember, Mountain Ridge was able to win that chase off of that shot to get the possession, and then it's just 10 seconds later, it's Cerise down to finish it.
Yeah, off the Huffaker shot. Cedar Valley just a little late trying to get there, and Mountain Ridge earns the possession and comes out with a goal. That's just every coach's dream right there. Hustle to another possession and a goal.
This one trying to be possessed and is there by Caldwell. Cedar Valley here will set up the offense with Dastrup and company. 2.5 to go here in our opening quarter.
Cedar Valley kind of settling it down here, taking some guys off and getting their offense back on the field.
Run and start for Wilson. Tough angle. He'll play behind, and now that Sun betraying Caleb Davis. As now the Sun really just left in the end zones here behind the cages. Davis working through. Couldn't get a shot away. Good defensive intensity there by Mountain Ridge.
Let's cheer on this defense. Here we go.
Still scrapping for it.
Number 33, Rominger battling it out.
Rominger doing a heck of a job. And we've got a timeout taken here by Cedar Valley.
I mean, yeah, that entire possession, Rominger was all over the hands of the offense.
Back, it is Sentinel ball.
Beautifully done, not letting anything easy in the middle of that crease.
So a timeout taken. We'll step aside, be back. 1:49 left to go here. Opening quarter. We're tied at 2 on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week.
With a tab spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
The sun glare.
Welcome back.
Here we go.
As the sun setted. That's a word, right?
I think so.
Tied up at 2. Cedar Valley possession. As Coach McHenry using that first time out. This sent across, boy. I don't know if George ever saw that coming. It is kept in here by Cedar Valley. Here's Dastrup around that screen. Anderson stayed right with him, and it is Cedar Valley capitalizing again as Dastrup with the assist, able to find Davis for his second goal tonight.
Yeah, and Caleb Davis just kind of tucked away right behind that left side of the crease. Defense gets a little bit caught lacking watching Dastrup, and Dastrup doing what he does, finding Davis, and he finishes the goal. Dastrup with his 18th assist of the year, just setting up his teammates absolutely beautifully.
Yeah, it was very well done, and you got to like if you're Coach McHenry, you take that time out, you come out, get a goal off the possession. Great execution there for the Aviators.
Number 30, Lincoln Archibald.
Face-off win for the Sentinels. Cerise trying to battle for that possession, still a ground ball here. And Cerise maybe has it. Yes, he does. Inside a minute to go here, opening quarter.
Yeah, and Cerise battling for that ball. Millward from Cedar Valley doing a good job of getting it on the ground, but Cerise comes away with it.
Left alley, that shot just fended off. The scoop back won't go, and now Gunter with the possession. A couple nice plays there by Grady between the pipes for Cedar Valley.
Yeah, Mountain Ridge kind of getting it off the rebound there, but Gunter staying composed in the net, not getting flustered, and making back-to-back saves to allow Cedar Valley to try and add to their lead.
Here's Caldwell. We'll give this over with Huffaker. 20 seconds left.
Yeah, and having a guy like Dastrup and Huffaker on the field at the same time is
Yep.
very big advantage for Cedar Valley.
Right alley again, going right over the shoulder. And it's Dastrup with the goal. Cedar Valley pushes it to a 2-goal lead here with 3 seconds left.
And Dastrup, he was a facilitator on the possession before, but finding the alley, making a dodge, and kind of getting some space on that right side, lets it rip, finds the back of the net. Another goal for Cedar Valley, 4-2. They've come to play today so far.
Yeah, boy, that right alley for Dastrup has led to points here early for the Aviators on the road.
Yeah, Mountain Ridge is going to have to make an adjustment and try and take that right side away from him, make him kind of work towards the middle, or else it's going to be a long day.
So one more face-off here. And that will do it. First quarter in the books. 4-2. Cedar Valley leading Mountain Ridge. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann and Associates on KSLSports.com. Start of our second quarter. Dane Stewart, Kyle Garrison with you. 4-2. Cedar Valley leading Mountain Ridge. And it's been the Cedar Valley offense, Kyle. It's been super impressive here early.
Yeah, and I think it starts, too, with Gunter in the cage. He's been phenomenal so far, creating new extra possessions for Mountain Ridge, and it's been a thing of beauty to watch. It's allowed Cedar Valley to add to their lead and take this 4-2 lead start of the second quarter.
And Mountain Ridge has done a good job on the faceoffs, but they've had some turnovers here early, has led to some extra possessions for Cedar Valley that the Aviators have been able to capitalize on.
Yeah, and Cedar Valley's offense is just so potent. We know they can score at will, and if Mountain Ridge continues to give them opportunities, it's not going to be pretty. But I think that this Mountain Ridge offense is moving the ball well, and if they can take care of it, it should be a good game down the stretch.
Mountain Ridge, this is Rigby trying that shot. Boy, that's fended off. Oh, boy, you could see that Gunter was feeling that one.
Yeah, JT Rigby's got an absolute cannon. Just a rip of a shot. Caught Gunter right in the arm, but he's a tough kid, and he's right back in the cage ready to go.
He's still shaking that off. I had some heat on it.
Yeah, that's going to sting tomorrow morning for sure.
Here's a dare. He'll roll. Nope. Good positioning there for this Aviator D. Jump shot there was wide, backed up.
Shot goes wide, backed up by the Sentinels. Here we go, coming back.
Yeah, and Rigby's a high-volume shooter, so he's got the green light to take those shots, and it's only a matter of time before he finds the back of the net again.
That rip was wide, backed up here
Shot goes
again.
wide to the left post. Once again, backed up. Mountain Ridge ball.
Gavin Gurr here will start it. JT able to split the D. Will take a bounce shot and goal. JT Rigby right from the slot. Beautiful shot there for the Sentinels.
Yeah, and Rigby just gets a little bit of a step on the Cedar Valley defense. Butters is a little too late closing out, and able to kind of fit his way through the double team that was coming towards him. And again, beautiful shot. Gets the bounce shot to go. He's been trying to go high so far today, and I think he decided he wanted to keep that one on the ground and bounce right in. Beautiful shot.
That's a beautiful slip right through, though, right? I mean, that double team comes, and boy, he doesn't need a whole lot of room. He'll find just enough.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of young kids, when they get that double team coming, they kind of panic, but Rigby staying composed and finding the gap and finishing it off. Just beautiful play.
Just a junior. Young man has D1 opportunities. This one taken away. Mountain Ridge now on the possession. Here comes Boston Nielsen.
Boston Nielsen.
Rigby again. Boy, he had a little burst, and I think it was the stick work maybe of Crandall that was able to knock it loose, but Mountain Ridge still on it.
Cedar Valley able to kind of recover from those numbers that Mountain Ridge had off the substitution. I just saw JT Rigby trying to get another goal, but good job closing in that time and forcing a reset from Mountain Ridge.
Cerise, he'll take the shot, and that one, stick might have gotten checked as he was going for the release. That didn't have quite as much steam as I think he wanted on it.
Yeah, I like the aggression so far from Cerise. Obviously, JT Rigby is going to draw a ton of attention.
Yeah.
So guys like Cerise are going to have to step up big today.
There's Pineda. You see the slide there by Millward to take it away. Cerise. Oh, he's got room now. He'll take the shot. A bouncer that is fended off again.
Yeah, I love the dodge there, though. Kind of gets the defense to bite on the fake and gets a shot off, but can't find the back of the net.
I feel like Mountain Ridge kind of back to some fundamentals. They're backing up a lot more shots here in this second quarter, getting multiple opportunities on possessions. Seem a little bit sure on some of their passing as well.
Yeah, a lot of one-and-dones early on in the game, and like you said, just kind of going back to the basics and figuring out how to operate offensively.
JT, little deke there. Continuing with it. The no-look shot is fended off by Gunter.
Just goes to the right. Intercepted by number
Taken
8.
right back.
Adair.
Adair will keep it here. This is sustained possession here for Mountain Ridge. Can they capitalize?
Yeah, it feels like they've had the ball for the entire this
I think
second
they
quarter
have.
so far, and hey, that's what you got to do. That's
Yep.
what you have to figure out a way to sustain offensive possessions, and that's what they've been doing so far.
Gurr from X was looking for Rigby. Couldn't connect. Adair working back at X. Plays this out. Little room now. That shot is loose and smothered by Gunter.
Yeah, Gunter lost that off the ricochet, but finds it at the last second, able to dive on it. But another great job by Mountain Ridge on that clear.
I don't know what it is about this right alley on this south end, but both teams have gotten great looks from that same position in each quarter. As it will be Cedar Valley possession.
Shot rolls out. Looks like
Mountain Ridge thought it should be theirs, but
last time.
Yeah, I believe it is Mountain Ridge. I think it was off Cedar Valley last.
yeah, I thought that I saw them pointing to Cedar Valley, but you're right. It will be Mountain Ridge starting with it. JT, good vision, right inside the shot and a save by Gunter, but a flag here behind the play. I think it's going to be offside as Mountain Ridge was trying to race a player back, but I think
Flag comes out.
might have gotten caught with two. I'm doing the numbers, seeing 5 up there.
Yeah, it looked like Mountain Ridge was trying to take advantage of some numbers, and I think it might have been an offsides.
No, it's Cedar Valley called for the technical here. And I didn't see the indication. So my
Looks
apologies.
Like an offsides call against the Aviators.
There was. So it was offsides on Cedar Valley.
Man up. Let's go. They're playing man up. Cheer them on. Here we go.
32nd man up for the Sentinels. Chance to draw this back to even. Rigby will work to Adair. About 5 seconds left here. There's the first shot, and that is saved by Gunter. Kept here by Pierce. Feeding out. Cedar Valley back to even strength. There's a shot and a goal. An absolute rip from Ivan Pineda. His first tonight.
And Ivan Pineda just doing a great job staying patient on that man-up situation. I believe it was Pierce who got the ball at that X off the ricochet, and he finds him. Cedar Valley defense was a little bit sporadic right there off of the initial shot. And, yeah, Mountain Ridge doing a great job just tying this game up, taking advantage of the man-up, and that's a mistake that Cedar Valley knows they can't make in this tight of a game.
So we're 5 minutes into this second quarter, and it's a face-off win by Mountain Ridge as they continue to dominate the possession. Fed in front, it's Cerise. Boy, beautiful tic-tac-toe passing for Mountain Ridge as they take the lead.
Yeah, as Gavin Gurr finds Cerise. Cerise again kind of creeping up around that right side of the goal, just staying open, staying ready. Quick pass, quick stick, no hesitation on that shot whatsoever, and Cerise with his second goal of the day, playing a huge part in Mountain Ridge's ability to overtake this lead in just over 5 minutes of play in the second quarter so far.
Well, I love the quickness that was executed at, right? From face-off, it's 1, 2, 3, back of the net. Feels like Mountain Ridge really starting to settle in, and they'll get the possession here again. I mean, Kyle, we're almost at the midway point of this second quarter. Cedar Valley has not had possession in the offensive zone the whole second quarter.
Yeah, and that just speaks to the face-off wins from Mountain Ridge, and they're scoring and still getting face-offs, and it's just been a thing of beauty to watch.
But even they forced turnovers. I mean, this ball's still bouncing around.
Yeah, even when Cedar Valley is able to retain possession for a couple of seconds, it's been the aggression of Mountain Ridge who's able to jar it loose and regain possessions. But let's see if Cedar Valley can get it into the offensive end right here.
A miscue.
Here we go.
And it's gathered by Mountain Ridge. Some self-inflicted wounds here by Cedar Valley in this second quarter. Really felt like that first quarter they had this game kind of under control, and it's just completely flipped the script here in this second.
Yeah, it does seem like Cedar Valley's playing just a little bit too tight right now. They got to figure out a way to just get an offensive possession, sustain the ball for a little bit, because Mountain Ridge right now is just chewing the clock.
And there's another flag here, maybe another offsides penalty. As Rigby with the shot, and we will now get the enforcement.
Yeah, at the beginning of the game, it seemed like Cedar Valley was doing a really good job taking away Rigby, but he's gotten loose a couple times here. Has finished, has passed, has just been a great facilitator and scorer from a Mountain Ridge team that from the last 6 minutes has just been on fire offensively.
So it is offsides again. It'll be a 30-second technical. Second man-up opportunity for Mountain Ridge tonight. They did not score on the previous one, scored immediately after it.
Another Cedar Valley unforced error. Got to clean those up.
Oh, fed in front, and not just wide. Might have been stick check there by Crandall.
Deflected last second by number 7.
Yeah, I think Caden Pierce got a little caught off guard that pass. It was right in there. You know, Rigby, he's got a zip on those passes and shots, but great idea.
Here's a rip by Rigby, back of the net. JT scoring for the third time tonight. It's a hat trick for the junior.
Yeah, a couple of seconds ago, Rigby trying to play facilitator. Can't fit the pass in, but takes matters into his own hands right there. And again, just an absolute rip of a shot. He can do it from anywhere on the field. I was saying to not give him the right alley, and he takes it from the left side, gets it done, and that is 4 consecutive goals from Mountain Ridge to take this 2-goal lead.
And again, time of possession this second quarter heavily in favor of the home side. And how do you get momentum back? As that face-off little over-pursued. And it will be Mountain Ridge possession. No, Cedar Valley, sorry. All right, so dare we say the first offensive possession for Cedar Valley in the second here?
I think, yeah, just about. I think Cedar Valley had the ball for a couple of seconds here and there, but
Yep.
I don't even know if they've gotten past the restraining line on their offensive end yet.
Here's Dastrup. That right alley was very favorable. He'll take the shot there and score. Boy, that was quick for Bridger Dastrup, his second goal tonight.
Yeah, and Bridger Dastrup just taking it down the right alley, taking advantage of the shorty matchup he had. He's long, he's athletic, he's strong, he's tall. He's able to get it done, and that's the kind of stuff that Cedar Valley has to do to stay competitive in this game. They have to rely on guys like Dastrup to get it done offensively, because right now Mountain Ridge is dominating time of possession.
It's where that old quip, right? The best defense is a good offense, right? You keep the ball out of the stick of Bridger Dastrup, and that can do wonders for your defense. You see how quick and how deadly he can be. As he's got a pair, and Caleb Davis with a pair to each lead the way for Cedar Valley in this first half. This face-off still being battled for. And Mountain Ridge able to possess as James Remond able to come in to gather it.
Boomer.
You can see anywhere that JT Rigby's going, that Cedar Valley defense is shifting towards that side. See if Mountain Ridge can try and get some ball movement around the horn and find some open looks.
Played back with Gurr. Pierce straight away. Still gathered here by Cerise.
Yeah, in Mountain Ridge right now, they're staying patient on offense. They're not taking any ill-advised shots. It's been fun to watch them move the ball around and get their guys open.
Cerise got a little bit of room there. The shot backed up.
Yeah, Cerise with a flurry of moves right here. He's definitely got some confidence. 2 goals in the game already. Playing a heck of a game so far.
Rigby. Slide coming over. Wanted to feed across, and Gunter was ready for that one, able to intercept.
Yeah, it's the second time Gunter's done that. Mountain Ridge is trying to get those cross-field passes in front of the crease, and Gunter's having none of it, trying to get another possession. But
that one given up. Gunter better get back. Right down the middle, it's Gurr, 2-on-1. He'll take the shot and score. The turnover leads to the back of the net as Gavin Gurr scoring his first tonight.
Yeah, I mean, in Cedar Valley a couple times already in the second quarter has just gotten a little sloppy on the clear, allowing Mountain Ridge just more offensive possessions. And when you give him that much room, Gavin Gurr is going to take advantage, and he did that just there.
Coming out for the face-off once again.
Back to a 2-goal lead here for the home side.
Let's go, Leroy.
So we got 3 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, Mountain Ridge it's been night and day from the first quarter to
Yeah.
the second. They are playing some inspired ball here in the last 8 minutes or so.
This one in the air, out of play, will be
Ball is
Aviator
loose,
possession.
out of bounds. Aviators ball.
Dastrup will give this with Huffaker.
Yeah, Huffaker's another guy. He'd been leading Cedar Valley in goals coming into this game. He's going to have to get going offensively if they want to try and mount a comeback here.
Jake still with it here. Oh, nice move. That one just knocked away on the stick work there by Rominger.
Tyler Rominger.
Yeah, Rominger, another forced
Super
turnover.
by JT, here we go.
I believe that's his second or third on the day. Just defensively been a monster so far.
Rigby on the other end. He'll take the shot and score. Going top side, JT Rigby with his fourth goal.
Yeah, and JT Rigby right there kind of lulling the defense to sleep, making a couple of moves, acting like he maybe might try and kick it back out to their straining line and reset offensively, but finding the crease, taking the shot, and that is not an easy shot whatsoever from that left side, but he gets it done. That was just beautifully executed right there by the Mountain Ridge offense.
Boy, big night for JT Rigby, huh? First half, 4 goals already. Been
Yeah.
on a tear.
That's what he's doing, has been doing all year long.
Fans were calling for a push. It will end up with Mountain Ridge anyway. It's Archibald able to gather it. And we've got a timeout going to be taken here by Mountain Ridge with the possession. 1:41 to go. 8-5 Mountain Ridge playing really well here at home. 1:41 to go. Coming out of the Mountain Ridge timeout. Sentinels with a 3-goal lead. They trailed 4-2. It's been a 6-1 second quarter advantage for Mountain Ridge.
Yeah, and a lot of the possessions that Mountain Ridge has had success on look like this. A lot of just movement and then finding their gaps and just not making anything easy on the Cedar Valley defense.
Boy, that shot just wide on the attempt there of Cutler.
Number 18, we have Brock Cutler. Backed up by the Sentinels.
Rigby. We'll give this out. There's a windup, and that is high. We'll stay here.
Once again, backed up by Sentinels.
Flurry of moves right there from Rigby, finding the open guy in Gavin Gurr. Can't finish the shot, but that's just what Mountain Ridge has been doing all day, collapsing that defense and finding spots. It's been fun to watch.
Boy, sticking with it. Some of these dodges, that one just off the helmet.
Shot defended, blocked once again by number 7 of the Aviators. That is Grady Gunter.
We've seen a lot of these where kind of defense is there, but they stick with it, able to get around and end up having a really good look.
Yeah, and that's just kind of been the key so far to this second quarter for Mountain Ridge. The sustained possessions, the great ball movement, sticking with dodges and not giving up.
Rigby. Little turnaround there. We backed up
Shot
here.
wide. 20 seconds left.
Yeah, you see the respect Cedar Valley's defense has for
Yeah.
Rigby. Every time he dodges, there's another guy sliding over.
20 seconds left here in the half. And much like this second quarter's been, remember, they came out of this timeout 1:40 to go. They've had the possession the entire time. That one just wide, and the chase won there by Cedar
Another
Valley.
block by number 7, Grady Gunter, backed up by the Aviators when they come back the other way.
So 10 seconds left. Can Cedar Valley get one final look? And we've got a timeout, I believe, taken here by Cedar Valley. Might as well with 7 seconds to go. See if they can draw something up here to get one final look before the half. 7 seconds left here before the half. Dane Stewart, Kyle Garrison. Kyle, how creative are you here? I mean, obviously you want an opportunity, right, but not a lot of time. Is this kind of one pass, maybe two passes, then you got to get something on cage?
Yeah, I think it's Huffaker or Dastrup. You got to figure out a way to get them the ball quickly on this possession. Let them try and make a dodge and make something happen. Try and cut into this Mountain Ridge lead as much as they can headed into this third quarter.
We'll start in their defensive half. Final seconds. Huffaker will get a look, and that is saved, and that will do it. So the Warden able to close out the first half. It's a big second quarter for the Sentinels as they take an 8-5 lead over Cedar Valley into the break. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week presented by Heidemann and Associates. I've had the break. Dane Stewart, Kyle Garrison with you. Kyle, your thoughts? Obviously, a huge turn in that second quarter. If you're Cedar Valley coming out, where does it start? They're not out of this game, but what are you looking for to kind of get back to that rhythm you had in the first quarter?
Yeah, you got to keep moving the ball. You got to figure out a way to have sustained possessions offensively. Mountain Ridge just dominated that second quarter. They held the ball for a majority of it and were able to add to their lead. So Cedar Valley's got to find a way to get that ball on offense and find their guys, find Dastrup and find Caleb Davis and find Huffaker, because Mountain Ridge is really running away with this right now just with their offensive play style.
And I think they've done a nice job. I felt like faceoffs were kind of 50-50 in that first quarter, but it has been a dominant performance from the spot for Mountain Ridge ever since that point.
Yeah, you can see they're just a little bit more aggressive, and they're finding bodies, turning them back, and figuring out ways to get that ball and get it to the offensive side of the field. And Cedar Valley just hasn't been the difference maker so far.
Here's JT Rigby. He has been spectacular. Sends right back over. Was trying to get that to Pierce, but that pass couldn't be handled initially. Mountain Ridge able to maintain it. JT finding some space, the bounce shot and a goal. Boy, and I don't know if Gurr was maybe screening Gunter on that one, but it's the 5th goal tonight for JT.
Yeah, and JT Rigby, you see that spin move coming back to the middle. They're so afraid of him getting to that alley because he's done so much damage so far today. Gets back to that middle, just too much room, finds the back of the net with that absolutely rip of a shot. Just unbelievably done. Rigby with 6 goals last time out, 5 goals today. Just been on an absolute tear.
We talked about the last 2 games for Cedar Valley. How about the last 2 games for Mountain Ridge? Been 31-11, and you see their performance here ever since that first quarter has been kind of indicative of that momentum that they've been building here in the early part of the season.
Yeah, I believe it was 4-2 Cedar Valley lead at the end of that first quarter, and it's been all Mountain Ridge and then some so far.
Huffaker, that defense coming over, that hit off the post.
Once again, wonderful save by Matthew Whitworth, number 13.
Yeah, and similar to how Cedar Valley's kind of playing Rigby, Mountain Ridge is doing a great job on Huffaker so far. Dastrup's gotten loose a couple times early on, but lately it's been Mountain Ridge defense just playing unbelievable ball.
Kemp, eyes up to Cerise. He's still got it. A little bit of a lane. We'll send back behind goal. Wanted to feed over, but that was Gunter disrupting.
Pass batted down by the goalie.
A little momentum. Pierce. On to turn back there, but lost it.
Yeah, and that turnover was...
Cerise with a rip, and that is saved by Gunter.
Goalie with another save, number 7. Grady Gunter.
Yeah, and Cedar Valley is going to have to keep continuing to force those deep shots for the Mountain Ridge offense if they want to try and claw their way back into this one, but it starts with clearing the ball.
And there's a turnover. JT is just wide. Was trying to take advantage of Gunter being out of the crease, but just missed it.
Yeah, that's the second time that Gunter's kind of got caught outside of the crease and they've turned it over, but hasn't hurt them so far. But obviously you have to find a way to get that ball on the offensive end and get some sustained offense.
And Mountain Ridge has made these clears very tough for Cedar Valley.
Yeah, they're crowding around that midfield and kind of letting them lollygag up the first 50 yards, but once they get to that midfield line, they are all over Cedar Valley.
Aviators setting up. Here's Pearson. Will roll this over for Dastrup. Was the lone goal scorer in that second quarter. See if he's got a little bit more here. Dastrup. See that slide coming over and that shot wide
That goes to the right of the
and
post.
backed up here.
That's a long run. Oh, goalie just missed it. Good hustle, Matthew.
Yeah, but Boston Nielsen sliding over there really well, taking away that alley and forcing an errant shot.
From X. Pearson sending up. Look out, Dastrup with a shot, and that did not make its way through, but the cleanup is just over the crossbar and backed up. Might have been Jacob Jeans there with the second opportunity. Pearson. Between a couple defenders and that taken away by Whitwer. They kind of made a callback here for procedure. JT's like, hey, I got it. Can we go? Can we go? He'll rip this. It's high.
Chuckles high, coming back, backed up by the Sentinels.
Yeah, you could see Rigby.
Number 11 back
His
there,
IQ for the game is just second to none. Every single time there's a dead ball and he knows he can go, he is pushing it as quick as he can. Even if he misses a shot, he knows he's got a guy to back it up. That was the case right there.
If I have this right, I heard a couple stories before the game. His sister, I believe a freshman on the girls team, hit the game winner against Farmington this week with just like 3 seconds left. So a great moment for her. Obviously a great moment for him tonight as a bounce shot and a goal. That's scored by Ivan Pineda, his second tonight. Little change up there for the senior.
Yeah, and Pineda just turning over that left shoulder, kind of gets the defense on his back and able to find the back of the net with a little bounce shot. That's kind of been the bread and butter today for Mountain Ridge, is getting to the middle of that field and forcing Gunter to make a save. But that was beautifully done right there. Another goal. It's a 10-5 lead. And again, Mountain Ridge on an 8-1 run since the start of that second quarter. It has been all Mountain Ridge so far.
Face-off win for Cedar Valley.
And for Cedar Valley, that face-off win right there. You got to take the little wins and let that try and build that momentum. Got to get something going on offense, and it starts with winning that face-off.
You know, we talk about the big night for Rigby, but it's been other guys that have stepped up as that shot fended off by Whitwer.
Great save.
But that's maybe been the piece that Cedar Valley's not had tonight, right? The 2 goals from Dastrup, the 2 from Davis, but that support scoring, they haven't had it in the same amount that Mountain Ridge has. A penalty flag coming on here, and we will get the call.
Yeah, we talked about it in the open. Both teams kind of have their stud goal scorers and facilitators, but it relies on that supporting cast to kind of step up when those other guys are getting taken away from the defense. And Mountain Ridge has done a great job of that so far today, but Cedar Valley has struggled to find the back of the net, specifically, over the last quarter and change.
This is going to be on Cedar Valley. And this will be on
Dastrup.
Dastrup, so it'll be, I think, the third opportunity for Mountain Ridge man up tonight. Another 30-second technical.
Here we go.
Rigby trying to feed, right to that angle. And that was won by Gunter. So we'll head back to the Aviators.
Yeah, those soft spots right at the corner of the net have been a great spot that Mountain Ridge is able to take an advantage today. But Cedar
Another
Valley
clear.
right there.
Could not be handled. Here's Kemp.
Number 16, Logan Kemp.
Plays over with Gurr. right in front. The windup, and that is saved by Gunter.
Shot saved once again by number 7.
Gunter out of the crease, and no look, just misses. And it is back to Cedar Valley. Wow.
By the Aviators. Good hustle play.
Yeah, and Gurr, the only really option he had was try and flip that over the back of his shoulder, just a little high on the shot, but right idea there with the Cedar Valley defense right on his backside.
Yeah, Gunter kind of getting caught. Like, do I go out? Do I stay back? And really doesn't have much of a choice there. Makes the right choice and able to do enough to keep it out of the back of the goal. As a failure to advance. Back over to Mountain Ridge.
Yeah, that defense from Mountain Ridge on those clears is suffocating. Cedar Valley has not had much success today getting that ball in the neutral zone and figuring out a way to sustain offensive possessions, and it's benefiting the Sentinels, obviously, a lot throughout this game.
Flag just came on here. As that ball rolling through and out. Another offside call on Cedar Valley. My goodness.
I believe that's the third so far today.
Yeah.
Offsides against the Aviators. It will be man up once again for your Mountain Ridge Sentinels.
Yeah, when you're trying to work your way back into a game, those type of little mistakes are just so crucial.
Just unforced errors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and especially when Mountain Ridge is applying that much pressure, those unforced errors you cannot afford right now.
Sun up top here with Rigby. Feeds over. A shot there saved by Gunter. He is seeing it well. There's just a lot of shots have to defend.
Yeah, he's having to defend multiple shots per possession and saving some, but obviously with the pressure that the Sentinels are applying, the volume of shots they're getting have just been overwhelming so far.
Yeah. Yep. So Cedar Valley now with a chance here to set the offense up, approaching 4.5 to go here in our third. Here's Huffaker. The shot is backed up.
Shot goes wide, backed up by the Aviators.
Yeah, Huffaker just one goal early on in the game and hasn't been able to find the back of the net. Got to get him going. He's been a consistent piece so far for this Aviator offense this year.
I mean, if nothing else, he and Dastrup are each tied at 22. So, one of them has to take the goal lead, right? Who's it going to be? There's your battle. Huffaker here with it. Trying to get that edge. Nice spin, working in front.
Spin charge and the shot, but deflected off the elbow of the Warden.
A battle here. And Cedar Valley, I think they stepped out.
He is pushed out of bounds. It will come back with your Sentinels having the ball.
And Huffaker got some room right there. Didn't settle for a long shot, but the Warden just with a beautiful save once again. He has been locked in, especially throughout the last two quarters.
He's done a great job, and I just like the intensity that Mountain Ridge plays with. There's no give up, right? It can be on your back line, it can be in the offensive end, just relentless here from that start of the second quarter on.
Yeah, you can see every position is bought in. They know their role. They know what they're supposed to do to get wins. And
look at this. Boy, that just fended off. But Cerise going all the way from, 30 yards out and just navigating through to right in front of the cage.
Yeah, and Cerise this year, just 5 goals, but he does have 5 assists. Ben more of a facilitator, but today, 2 goals, taking what the defense has given him. Speed on full display. It's been fun to watch.
Well, he's got some shiftiness to him as well. As they were trying to feed that in front. Was intended for Cutler.
Yeah, he's hard to stay in front of, that's for sure.
Bachelor with it. JT will give to Cerise. That pass was deflected, and Cedar Valley now looking to clear. Huffaker bringing ahead. Look out. They just brought on Dastrup. He'll wind and That shot was deflected, didn't make its way
Well,
through.
Once again by your Sentinels.
Yeah, right when you look like the Aviators had some numbers, Sentinels just able to collapse that defense, force a really tough shot.
Man, and Caleb Davis sticking with it there despite a lot of physicality there by this Mountain Ridge D.
Yeah, Rominger has been everywhere for Mountain Ridge so far today on the defensive end, putting on a clinic.
Yeah, we talked about the length of Cedar Valley. There's some size for this Mountain Ridge defense. There's some thickness down there with Rominger and Remund.
Yeah, they take up a lot of space, but they're quick with their feet as well.
Yeah. Dastrup will give back. Huffaker, he'll take the shot here. That one,
That is the
Louis
work once
handled
again. Nothing gets
by
through this
Whitwer.
house.
Yeah, and you can see the difference with these clears is Mountain Ridge is getting the ball out quick and getting to the offensive end of the field.
Yep.
Cedar Valley just hasn't been able to do that so far.
Logan Kemp picks it
Boy,
back up.
Cedar Valley kind of lost where that ball was at, and
Number 11.
maybe fortunate that Gurr couldn't cleanly capture that, as allows that defense to get set here for the Aviators. Inside a minute to go here in our third.
Yeah, Mountain Ridge has a chance to hold Cedar Valley scoreless in this third quarter. They've just done an excellent job on both ends of the field, maintaining possession, and nothing has come easy so far for the Aviators in this third quarter.
Rigby sending out Adair with a shot and the save.
Another save by number 7.
And that pass
James Gunter.
intercepted, kind of.
Turned over, picked
There
up
you go.
by number 9, Brock.
Gathered by Brockmeyer. $15 to go. Here's Rigby coming around. That is just wide.
But right there, Rigby cutting
Shot
with a
back up.
purpose, knowing where the defense is on the field. Cerise finds him. Good shot attempt. Way to back
Turn
it
him
up.
on, here we go.
Final seconds of the third. And that one jarred loose as a flag coming in here at the end of the quarter.
Black comes out with a couple seconds. left.
10-5
We're
Mountain
to the end
Ridge
of the third
extending
quarter.
their lead as we will
We have
head
the
to the fourth
Cedar
quarter.
Valley Aviators
When we come
5,
back, you're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week presented by Heidemann and Associates. Fourth quarter, and it will be another man-up opportunity as it looks like it's Dastrup.
With that penalty flag that
Here
came
in the
out right before
box.
the end of the third quarter, it looks like your Sentinels will be man up starting the
So
fourth.
Mountain Ridge will be man up once again. Maybe the fifth man up opportunity tonight.
Lacrosse cheer squad over there on the right-hand side. Good job, boys. Cheer them on.
Yeah, and Mountain Ridge playing a really clean game so far. No unforced errors. It's been a masterclass so far today.
Rigby gives with Adair. JT here again. Everything here kind of outside and is back to even strength. No shots there for Mountain Ridge. I think they're probably content with that with a 5-goal lead.
Yeah, the offensive patience is going to be key in this fourth quarter.
Rigby with a little lane is just wide.
JT stick check just as he was firing. Shot goes wide.
And right there, you get the backup off of a shot. Reset your offense. It's exactly what the Sentinels want to do. Hold this 5-goal lead throughout the final 11 minutes.
Pierce. Cerise just lost it. Trying to keep it here as you see help coming back there, and a whistle here. It will be Mountain Ridge to maintain it.
Yeah, and Cerise boxing his guy out right there, forcing a call.
But you even love the help of Gurr, right? Coming back to help his teammate there.
Yeah, you can tell that Mountain Ridge just has a sense of urgency that we haven't seen from Cedar Valley's in the second half.
Adair absorbing that contact and maintaining possession, works back to X. Rigby. Wanted to get that to Adair, and Dallin able to keep it here.
Ground ball picked up by number 8, Darren Adair.
Yeah, and Rigby just kind of working that X, working his guy, taking him one way and cutting back to the other side, finding an open guy. Right idea right there.
That one hit off the post,
Goes right
scooped up by Cedar Valley. As Butters trying to bring this ahead. We talk about the Cedar Valley team playing in Region 7, Salem Hills, Maple Mountain, Spanish Fork, all off to good starts. And tonight, kind of the start of that second quarter, you kind of sense it kind of turned tides, and they just haven't been able to get back into what they do well ever since that point. There have been turnovers and man downs and all sorts of issues they've been trying to fight through. But this is an opportunity for them to still kind of learn, as that Region 7 schedule will be difficult. It's a region with a lot of parity, especially at the top, and an opportunity for them to get some confidence here with region play still a little bit away, but obviously want to make sure you're playing your best game in preparation for that.
Yeah, and we talked about both teams coming in 5-0. Both teams are, playing some of their best ball that they've played in years, and obviously Mountain Ridge with the lead right now, but a lot of learning opportunities in these final 9 minutes for the Aviators. Just a very young team and a lot of skill, a lot of talent, and obviously a lot to play for this year. Should be a fun season for them.
Mountain Ridge in a little bit of a different circumstance. Of course, in Region 2 with Corner Canyon, the only team to win a 6A state championship in Utah. Also won the Class A when this sport was first sanctioned. So the state has not known a state champion other than Corner Canyon in its top classification. Mountain Ridge will have to deal with them in region play.
Yeah, and a guy like Brock Cutler hasn't scored today yet, but right there just riding his man all the way to the edge, forcing a turnover, and obviously that's just what this Sentinel team does. Is every single player, like I said, they know their role and they know what they need to do to win, and everybody plays hard all game, all 48 minutes. It's been on full display today.
And when we talk about Corner Canyon being in that same region, there is some familiarity with these two programs. Mountain Ridge having a new staff. They've got some former corner associations here in the program, and you can kind of see elements of that with the defense and the goaling and even the offensive execution patience. Now, I don't know if Mountain Ridge is ready for that yet. We'll see. They'll have an opportunity to go up against Corner Canyon. There's a flag coming in here, and that's the other thing, is just don't beat yourself. And Mountain Ridge stubbed their toes a couple times early, but man, once they cleaned it up, this team has just been on a train, just rolling tonight.
Yeah, 4-2 start for Cedar Valley, and I'm sure that Coach Rigby had a talk with the guys and said, hey, look, we're better than this, and we can't beat ourselves. And obviously down the last 3 quarters, that has not been the case. They have been sharp. They've been fundamental. They're not turning the ball over. No unforced penalties or unforced errors. It's been very, very impressive to watch.
I think we're going to have matching penalties here.
Yeah, it looked like in the middle of the field there was a little bit of a scrum going on.
Yeah.
Little tempers flaring, but
unnecessary roughness called on both teams. Both teams will play a man down, and looks like
I think they're each 1 minute unreleasable, I think.
Yeah, sense a little frustration right there from Cedar Valley, but both teams are penalized right there, and let's see if the Aviators are able to kind of chip away at this lead a little bit, gain some momentum.
Still kind of sorting things out here. The question might have been, where do you go with possession? And Mountain Ridge had it, so I would think that they may keep it, but I'm not 100% positive on that.
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh, maybe not.
No.
Ball is at the 30.
It will be Cedar Valley here to start with it. Pearson trying to navigate through. Had it stick checked right at midfield.
Great check, and here they come.
Here comes Mountain Ridge.
Yeah, Dare and Rigby right there. So aggressive on that clear like they've done all game long, forcing another turnover, getting another possession offensively. That's kind of their bread and butter. That's what they're known for, like you talked about before. Kind of that corner canyon scheme right there. Just win the time of possession, move the ball well, find open shots, and that's been the case so far today.
And back here on the drain, just letting that clock tick down as we're inside of 7 minutes left. Pretty impressive when you think about, since that first quarter, they've only given up the one goal. There's a little burst there, feeding right to the middle. Could not keep the possession. A ground ball that Cedar Valley comes away with thanks to Pearson.
Looks like both penalties are released. Both teams are full strength.
And now we're back to even strength. That one nearly intercepted. It was disrupted. And it is taken away by Mountain Ridge as Logan Kemp, we'll call his name a few times, but that pass too tall will roll out and be back to Cedar Valley.
Yeah, Logan Kemp right there, kind of playing safety on that pass, and that's been the case every day. Anytime Cedar Valley is trying to make a pass across field, the Sentinels are right on their hands immediately as they catch it, making it tough to gain possessions. And ooh,
boy, and Dastrup, yeah, flag coming in there. Boy, Dastrup's still down. And it will be a man-up opportunity here for Cedar Valley.
Yeah, it looks like Dastrup caught a stick in that lower body area.
Fans, let's go. Again, do Rowdy right.
So it will be man up here for Cedar Valley.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity right now for Aviators to kind of calm down, settle down, get a man-up goal, work on that man-off offense, move the ball around, and
man down defense. Let's go. Let's show
and here's the other thing. Lacrosse,
Sentinels. Here we go.
it's only 5. We've seen how quickly Mountain Ridge has scored tonight. Nothing stopping Cedar Valley from doing that, too. I think some of it is just got to get some of that confidence back you came into the game with.
yeah, go right here. Could potentially open up the floodgates, but
He's batted down. Nicely done.
was-
got to avoid the turnovers
Yep.
because Mountain Ridge is in those passing lanes, and they've been doing that all game long.
And we've got a timeout here taken by Cedar Valley, is wanting to save that possession.
Timeout is called by Cedar Valley.
5:40 to go, 10-5. Mountain Ridge still on top. Cedar Valley with it, trying to mount a comeback here on KSL Sports Rewind's game. 5:40 left. And it will be Cedar Valley possession. Still man up here are the Aviators. Haven't been able to get a shot on goal as Mountain Ridge has continued to be stifling defensively.
Yeah, the Sentinels amidst an 8-1 run that started in the second quarter when it was still light out here. And
Trying to feed that in front and could not. We'll stay here with Cedar Valley. Centered. A shot there that's scooped up, but the putback is in. And it is Caleb Davis. You were talking about him at the break, Kyle, the junior, coming up with a big goal there for Cedar Valley.
yeah, and Caleb Davis with the hat trick. Didn't play the first 3 games of the season, but through 2 games that he's played, he has 8 goals, had 4 goals, 1 assist last week in their win. And another guy, again, like you said, there's a lot of time left. He's got to get going. Got to get guys like Huffaker and Dastrup involved. But another guy, Caleb Davis, who's been a pinnacle of this Cedar Valley offense so far this year.
Got to start here, though, right? You got to win some face-offs, and they win this one. It's a great job there by Pearson. Able to possess for Cedar Valley. Now you got to get that offense set up. It's Hufker who just came on with it. He's got Dastrup right behind him.
Yeah, Dastrup a little shaken up, but looks like he's good to go. Good to see that.
Inside 5 to play. Wilson there setting the screen. The long pole of Gardner making life difficult. Davis. Addax trying to work around. Tough angle shot there. Taken care of by the Warden.
Great defensive play by number 33, Tyler Rominger.
Yeah, Rominger, another guy we've called all day. Working perfectly from that X position. Does that just right there.
Well, how about Riemann taking on the contact and then dispersing some through the middle?
Yeah, James Riemann ate a couple of checks right there, but staying strong, staying composed. Looked like he was getting knocked off balance, but...
And an offsides call here. We'll give it back to Cedar Valley.
On the Sentinels, coming back Aviator.
See if they can get this clear. Oh, yeah, it's just tough through the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Ground ball here, taken right back by Mountain Ridge.
Yeah, the Cedar Valley clears have just trying to make too long of passes, and Mountain Ridge has been on them every single time. They know exactly what they're trying to do.
I mean, the tricky part is even when Gunther's come up, try to make that shorter, it still isn't getting through.
Yeah, you got to find a happy medium right there. Try and get it to a guy. But Mountain Ridge, man, they have pushed those clears to the sideline and not made it easy.
Here's Pierce. We'll give with Cerise. He's been the player for me that's really jumped off today. We knew Rigby was good, but Cerise, I think his quickness, his lateral ability, man, he can turn ever so quickly on you.
Yeah, we talk about supporting cast for Mountain Ridge, obviously, with the attention that Rigby gets, and Cerise is one of those guys that's going to play a big role this year.
Adair. As we're inside 3 to play, he's got a little room here. GLE going top shelf and scoring. Dallin Adair with his first goal tonight.
And Dallin Adair doing a great job right there, running up to that right or to that left side and kind of pivots inside and gets his defense on stick eights. His beautiful job of just finding a one-on-one with the goalie, finding an angle, getting it done. His first goal of the day is beautifully done.
8th of the year for the senior midi. Nice work there. And you talk about, you can score quickly, but a play like that probably does make it a little more difficult. Certainly, makes any confidence that may have been brewing for Cedar Valley kind of go down a spot or two on the old confidence meter in this one.
Yeah, and just the way the Sentinel defense has been playing today. Obviously, it's going to be hard to come back from a 5-goal deficit, but even harder just with the pressure that they've had all day, making Cedar Valley uncomfortable.
Bachelor with it for the Sentinels. Looking for Cerise. Try to center there for Bachelor. For Mountain Ridge looking to move to 6-0, and the test will continue as they've got a game this week. They'll take on Fremont. That's been a really good program up north as we've got a timeout here going to be taken by the Sentinels here, trying to keep that possession as we're inside 2 to play. Timeout taken Mountain Ridge. Sentinels with an 11-6 lead late here in regulation. Back, we'll just finish that comment. Mountain Ridge taking on Fremont. That team was in the state championship game 2 years ago, semifinal last year, 4-1 this year. So the tests keep coming for Mountain Ridge, and a chance for Coach Rigby to continue to make his stamp on this program. You got to say year one. I mean, returns have been great for the first-year head coach.
Yeah, and obviously the schedule's not going to get any easier, but a great test against a team that's as hot as anybody else in the state coming in. Cedar Valley has some great players, some great offensive players, and Mountain Ridge has just been suffocating defensively all game long, and obviously with guys like Rigby and Cerise, their offensive firepower is kind of coming together, and it's been fun to watch.
Meanwhile, for Cedar Valley, their test continues as well. As it'll be a little closer proximity. They'll take on Lehigh. That's been a great start for the Pioneers. Coming in a game tonight, they're still undefeated, sitting at 5-0. So that's a 6A undefeated team, and Cedar Valley with a chance to continue to build some metal to this roster is JT Rigby working in front. And a call here. I think crease violation there. We'll give it back to Cedar Valley.
Yeah, and for Cedar Valley, obviously last year they only won 4 games, and they already have 5 this year. So I mean, it's going to be tough ride home with this loss today, but this is a great Mountain Ridge team, and they played a competitive game, and I think this is going to be a good benchmark for this team that going forward they're a contender, and they can hang with just about anybody in the state.
How about the sweep there by Rominger? Able to keep that in, get it right back up the field for the Sentinels as we're inside the final minute. Pretty impressive evening for the home side, as Adair will play this over.
Yeah, and the Sentinels have really avoided turning the ball over, giving Cedar Valley any run, especially in these last 3 quarters.
5 different goal scorers for Mountain Ridge tonight, as another flag here on the play. Mountain Ridge would prefer to not have this ever be adjudicated, but we'll see if they can possess through. There's a shot there taken away, and we will here get the call with 18 seconds left.
Yeah, and Rigby with 4 goals in the first half, but it was the rest of the team that stepped up in the second half to kind of continue to pace that lead. And
another offside call there. Kyle, your final thoughts of our game here tonight?
Yeah, obviously, Mountain Ridge started off the game a little bit slowly and kind of had to work their way in against a really tough Cedar Valley team, but they came out firing in that second quarter, and they never looked back. JT Rigby was kind of the catalyst of that, but guys like Cerise and guys like Gavin Gurr just doing a great job of pacing that offense and finding gaps. It's been a thing of beauty to watch.
I think you got to include the defense there as well. Rominger and Remond and company. This is a complete Mountain Ridge team. An incredibly impressive effort. 11-6. They come back from behind, go on an 8-1 run through the middle portion of the game, and cruise here tonight. Kyle, your selection of a player of the game.
Ooh, that's a tough one, but I think I want to give it to the warden in the net.
Look at you.
For Mountain Ridge. He was just unbelievable all game. Gave up a couple of early goals, but just 1 allowed goal in the final 3 quarters, none in the second half. Just an absolute master class right there. And, yeah, I think he deserves player of the game.
All right, Matt Whitwer, the warden, came in with a .710 save percentage. He was spectacular tonight, anchoring the defense for Mountain Ridge in the 11-6 win. We want to thank you for joining us on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. We'll have games for you the rest of this week. Come back to KSLSports.com, as we'll have content videos and live streams all the way through state championships as spring season just underway here. We want to thank you for joining us. For Tino Psyche, Kyle Garrison, my name is Dane Stewart. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time here on KSL Sports Rewind.